Hey everybody, The Real Behemoth here, back in with another video for Heroes of History. Today we are going to be starting a little bit of a mini-series for Treasure Hunt. We're going to be jumping into Grandmaster for one of the first couple of attempts I've had since the Exhaustion mechanic release. First things first, I'm going to be creating teams in this video. We may not necessarily get into any battles or maybe do, the first couple. I'll probably save that for another video though. But my plan is to create teams for this video, and to have a second video for all of the stage 1 battles, another video for all of the stage 2, for stage 3, and for the bonus stages. So first thing into it, the recommended power, do not pay attention to the recommended power. Now, before Exhaustion mechanic, you can go significantly lower than that and win no problem. Well, after Exhaustion mechanic, it makes it very, very difficult to complete around that level. I've seen people complete it as low as 240, 260K. But again, they've struggled. They had, to use all their negotiation resources. They had to use some ambrosia as well. So definitely keep that in mind before you choose to jump into it. And then the other note I wanted to mention is the exhaustion duration. The exhaustion duration is 5 instead of 4, which means for something like a Master 2 or like a Master 1, you're going to have 5 total teams, and one of them is going to be primarily for a boss battle. So Team 5 is going to be your hero versus hero battles. And then, later on, I think in the bonus stages, I can't even remember, honestly, at this point. I just kind of auto. But, you have, Team 3 is also what I would call or qualify as the mini boss fight teams, right? Where you have some boss fights on Team 3. I think it's in the bonus stages. Maybe stage 3. I have no idea. But for Grandmaster, you can't do that because the exhaustion duration is 5. So if the exhaustion duration is 5 battles, you need 6 teams, which means every single team needs to have some sort of hero versus hero in it. So keep that in mind when you're creating teams. Otherwise, let's jump into it. So thank you to our friends at Hero Warriors TF. Good luck to you guys this week. It's going to be a fun battle to fight against you guys. This is a long time coming. Lucky timing on you guys because the number 1 player, Kapal, just ended up leaving and taking a break from the game. Or quitting. We don't know yet. But so you guys have one less GM to fight against. So that makes it kind of funny. So in GM, you've got boss battles every 5 levels, and a team. You're going to want to assemble your teams in a specific order, and here's why. So you're going to want to assemble from strongest to weakest. You're going to want Team 2, Team 6, Team 3, Team 4, Team 5, and Team 1. And it goes in order of who is going to see the most bosses or hero versus hero type battles. So let's go ahead and jump into it and try and create some preset teams here. So obviously I had some presets there, but we're going to kind of go ahead and do it from scratch. So first things first, I want to scratch everything off of my current presets. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That way I'm not confused or anything like that. But we're going to go ahead and start jumping into them. So I look at it based off of synergy. So I had some previous teams that were very, very synergistic. Some of them actually worked for boss battles and some of them didn't. So one of them that did work for boss battles that I am planning to keep the same was our team with Auto. So I ran Auto with Hercules. I had Medusa in here. I had Queen Elizabeth. I want to say, was it Queen Elizabeth? Gosh, I should not have destroyed my presets. It was not Queen Elizabeth, but I know I had Lily. And then I want to say I had some sort of buffer. No, it was a debuffer. It was Ben Franklin. This was the team that I ran, and I believe I had it like this. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in Team 3 again, toward the middle toward the middle of the ranked. So that team is set. I'm going to continue running with that. I really like that team. And so I wanted to make sure that I kept that the same. Now, I want to make sure that a couple of my mob teams stay similar, but with some slight changes. So in one of my previous videos, I mentioned this combo, King Minos, Edison, and Hatshep Sut in a previous one. I also had Queen Elizabeth in here, if I remember correctly. And I had Artemisia, but we're going to take Artemisia out, and we're going to sub somebody else in that would help me a lot more with those boss-type battles. So let's figure out who we want to sub in here for the boss battles. Let's throw in Robin Hood. Or is that going to be overkill? That may be overkill. But this one is going to be probably one of my weaker boss teams. So we'll throw it in Team 1 or Team 5. We're going to go ahead and do Team 1. So jumping over to Team 2. We have yet to use means. So let's go ahead and throw William Wallace. I want to pair him up with Ashoka here, or Kin. Kin could be another good one for him. Let's do Kin. Yeah, let's do Kin. No, that's going to be overkill. Let's do Ashoka. So we're going to throw Ashoka in there. We're going to go ahead and probably try to do... I want to make sure he stays up. So we'll do means as well. We'll do means. And then we want some other sort of support. You know what? Should we do full movement speed reduction? That would be a crazy team. And we can pair them up with either Eric or Margaret. Let's do Eric. Let's go ahead and do Eric. That may work, and we may end up changing some teams around depending on how successful they are. This team, I got to change one more thing. That's not going to work. We need some sort of hero versus hero type of character here. So let's run. Should we do Boudica? Let's not do Boudica. Let's do... Cleo's going to be way overkill. Lancelot. Let's do Lancelot. That'll be fine. He's going to be kind of sucky early on. We're going to do that as Team 5. He's going to be not so great early on, but for when we actually verse those hero battles, he'll be useful. And I may end up swapping him occasionally for somebody like Artemisia or another sort of mini hero until the boss fight. So that's something that I've got to keep in mind as well. So let's jump into Team 2. This is supposed to be our strongest, quote unquote, our strongest team that we're going to be running. So, what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and do a bunch of CC here. No need. We're going to go ahead and do Boudica. We're going to do Cleo. We'll run with Hassan in the back. We need a buffer. We did not use Margaret yet, I don't think. If we did, then I'll end up swapping that back out. We need some sort of heals, do we? Do we need some heals? I don't think so. We should be fine. Maybe Joan. Joan could be a really good one here. Yeah, let's do Joan. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. We're going to throw that as Team 4. Let me see this one. Did I use Margaret already? I did not. Okay. So Team 2, this one is supposed to be our strongest. We are a little bit limited. With it being our strongest, we're going to want to run Kin. We can run... See, the issue is I'm out of taunt tanks. So who am I going to... Do I even want a tank? I don't really know. I don't know that I do. We know we have a Napoleon and Tomo left. We got Washington left. We used Medusa. We used everybody over here on this end. all the way up until Washington there. So we have a couple of options. We can run Van Gogh. I really would like a taunt tank though. So let's go back to that team with Hassan. Was it this one? Let's go back to this team. Does this team really need... I don't think so. I don't think it needs that. We can throw Beethoven in there, get a little bit more CC. Crowd control. We don't need that either, to be honest. Let's go Abe Lincoln. Some more support. That'll probably be better. I'm good with that. We'll run that. I think that was team 3. Hopefully I didn't just absolutely screw it up. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. So we're going to have to redo. I don't know who I put for team 3. Oh, it was my auto team. Okay, I can quickly make that again. So Medusa. We had Medusa. We had Otto. We had Franklin, Lily. We had Medusa back here. Otto and Hercules for team 3. Son of a crap. That was supposed to be team 4? What's the difference between this? See, this is the struggles. Okay, so team 4, we're going to throw Abe in here. Make sure that's set. Okay, back to team 3. I don't know why this keeps happening because I'm being an idiot. I apologize, guys. Going to go ahead and throw that there. Medusa, Hercules, and our friend Otto. Okay, I need to throw this in the right team. This is team 3. Okay, perfect. So team 2, which is, again, supposed to be our strongest team, we're going to throw Ken in there. I want Hassan. So I wanted Hassan. That was the only reason we did that. I wanted Hassan for that. I may throw Ken in the back. That should be fine, to be honest. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll throw Anne Bonny so they're slower. Unless we used her already. Did we use her in team 5? We did not. We did not. Okay. So back to team 2. We did not use her, so we can use her here. We've got Kin. We've got Hassan. Definitely utilizing these back folks. And then we'll throw in, let's throw her here instead. We'll throw in Tomo. That'll be a great smash there. Throw in Tomo. I want to save Beethoven for my next team. We'll throw in Pythagoras here. That'll work. That'll clean up any boss too. This is not going to be team 2 though. This is going to be team 6. No, this is going to be 2. Let's jump over to 6. Oh crap, I accidentally clicked that button. Team 6, we're going to be running double tank, Napoleon, Washington. We've got nobody left over here to use. We already used Abe. We're going to be throwing Beethoven. We've got Van Gogh. Now, the last slot. This one's going to be a little trickier. So we can do pretty easy clears with this. No problem. Napoleon goes pretty quickly. Ramses. I may have to level up my Einstein or my Ramses. I just recently got them not too long ago. We've already used Queen Liz. We've used the rest of the guys. So this is where it gets super tricky. We can do Bessie. I just don't love that. We're gonna have to run tanks side by side. I like Joan for this team better too, to be honest. Let's just go ahead and see where our Joan was again. Our Joan was team 4. Yeah, this team's fine. I don't need Joan there. So team 4 versus team 6. I can sub out Washington or Van Gogh. Let's go Van Gogh on team 4. Van Gogh would be better. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go Van Gogh. on team 4. And on team 6, let's sub him out for our Joan here. On team 6. Was it team 6? Yeah. Okay. So, got my teams pretty set up. I'm pretty comfortable. They're all around the same power. Ironically, team 2 is actually my weakest, so that was not intended. You know, I may end up swapping these around, you know, in terms of their actual numbers and number order if it doesn't work as intended. But this is kind of what I'm running. Let's see team. Let's go back to the Means team. Where's Means? Yeah, he's our primary damage dealer there. So for team 1, we've got King Minos, Edison, Hot Chip Soot. I love that combo. That combo works perfectly for me. Edison is at level 100, so he should be able to stomp and clear pretty decently. And, you know, getting up faster, he should be fine. We're working on leveling Queen Liz and Robin Hood to 80 and 100 respectively. For team 2, we've got our Hassan in the back to taunt, Tomo to push up and stomp pretty quickly. I need to get her to 100 ASAP. And then we've got Kin as well for Tomo and Hassan heals. And then we've got Anne Bonnie to slow their movement speed down and Pythagoras to obviously clean up. For team 3, we've got this team. It's worked perfectly for me in both, you know, mob and boss fights. We've got Otto pulling in the mid back line. Medusa will pop. I just got her ability level 30, so she's going to be having a range of 3. So she's going to have a higher clearance. And then we'll use Franklin. Otto will be ready again. And then Hercules will stomp, stun the rest of them. Medusa will clean up again. For team 4, we have, this one's going to be a little bit unconventional. So there's no taunt here. There's really no tank. I need to get Van Gogh up to 100 as well. Boudica for the heroes. Abe to prolong. And for support, Van Gogh is relatively quick on his charges. And so with Margaret and the buffs, I think this should be a decently easy clear, especially with Cleo being level 120. We may struggle a little bit, but definitely curious to see how that one runs. For team 5, this one's going to be interesting as well. We've got Wallace, Ashaka, Eric, Means, and Lancelot. Lancelot is going to be for the hero or boss fights. Means is going to be our damage dealer. He'll just kill everything with the torch, so not too concerned about that. And then with Eric's buff and his own buff, we should be totally fine. And, you know, with Wallace level 100, he shouldn't die very easily anymore, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. And then for our final team, this one's going to be fun. It is going to be a Soul Link-based team. They're a little bit tankier. We've got Bessie primarily for the boss battles, Joan to clear up mobs with Napoleon, and if they don't clear for whatever reason, we've got Beethoven for stun on both mobs and boss fights. So once we're jumping into the stage 1, 2, 3, and bonus mini-series videos, if we make some swaps, if one team is outperforming another and it's significant enough, we'll make a couple of swaps. We'll see how the team performs. We can use an Ambrosia here or there just on this initial run until things go a little bit smoothly. But that's kind of where my head goes for creating some treasure hunt teams. So wish me luck on GM, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Please leave a like and subscribe.